Hello, everyone. Welcome to our A1 English Listening Practice podcast. My name is Sarah, and I'm so happy you're joining me today. This podcast is perfect for you to train your listening and understanding skills in English. Are you ready to begin? Let's start. Today, we're going to talk about something very important and useful: how to build daily habits for successful language learning. If you're listening to this podcast, you're probably learning English right now. I hope this talk helps you feel more confident and excited about learning English. Learning a language is not just about remembering words and grammar rules. It's about opening doors to new cultures, experiences, and opportunities. Can you imagine going to a new country and talking with local people? Can you imagine watching movies and listening to songs in English without reading subtitles? Can you imagine applying for a job that needs English skills? English is one of the most used languages in the world. It's very helpful for talking to people, working, and enjoying entertainment. But how can you really improve your English in a way that feels natural and works well? Let's talk about this now. One of the most powerful things you can do is to put English all around you. This doesn't mean you need to move to a country where people speak English. It means adding English to your daily life in small, fun ways. For example, try starting your day by reading something in English. You can read a short news story, a blog post, or even captions on social media. Reading helps you learn new words and get used to how sentences work in a natural way. If you're just starting to learn English, children's books or simple news websites can be good places to begin. As you get better, you can try harder texts like stories or longer articles. When I was learning Spanish, I started by reading simple children's books. At first, I didn't understand many words, but I kept reading. After a few weeks, I noticed I was understanding more and more. It was like magic. My brain was learning without me even trying too hard. You can have the same experience with English. Start with easy texts and slowly move to harder ones. The most important thing is to read a little bit every day. Listening is another very important skill, and the good news is that there are many ways to practice. You can listen to podcasts like this one, audiobooks, music, and watch movies. These are all great tools to train your ears to understand English naturally. The trick is to listen actively. Don't just hear the words, but really focus on how they sound, the way the voice goes up and down, and what the words mean in that moment. Try watching TV shows or movies in English with subtitles at first. Then, slowly try watching without them. You'll be surprised by how much your brain learns over time. I remember when I first tried watching an English movie without subtitles. I understood maybe 20% of the words. But I kept watching movies every week. After a few months, I could understand about 60% of the words. Now I can watch almost any movie and understand most of it. This didn't happen overnight. It took daily practice and patience. You can do the same. Start with simple videos or podcasts, and then move to harder ones. Your brain will thank you. Of course, speaking is one of the biggest challenges for people learning English, but it's also the most rewarding. The best way to get better is to speak every single day, even if you don't have someone to talk to. You can talk to yourself while doing daily tasks. You can describe what you see around you. You can even record yourself speaking and listen to it later. If you have the chance, find a language partner, join an online speaking group, or take part in language exchange programs. The more you practice speaking, the more natural it will feel. Many people feel shy about speaking a new language. They worry about making mistakes or sounding silly. But remember, everyone makes mistakes when learning a language. Even native speakers make mistakes sometimes. The important thing is to keep trying. Each time you speak, you get a little bit better. Think of it like exercise for your mouth and brain. The more you do it, the stronger you get. Writing is another powerful tool for helping you remember what you learn. Keeping a daily journal in English can help you organize your thoughts, improve your grammar, and see your progress. You don't need to write long essays. Even a few sentences about your day can make a big difference. If you enjoy creative writing, try writing short stories or blog posts in English. The key is to make writing a habit so that making sentences becomes easier and more natural. I started writing in English by keeping a simple journal. Every night before bed, I wrote 3 sentences about my day. At first, my sentences were very simple. I ate breakfast. I went to work. I watched TV. But over time, my sentences got longer and more interesting. I enjoyed a delicious breakfast of eggs and toast before heading to work, where I had a productive meeting with my team. This progress didn't happen in a day or a week. It took months of daily practice. But the improvement was so clear when I looked back at my old journal entries. Using technology can also help you learn English. There are many useful apps and websites for language learning. Some apps help you learn new words with flashcards. Others help you practice conversations. Some websites have easy news articles or stories for language learners. You can also use social media to learn English. Follow accounts that post in English about topics you like. Watch YouTube videos in English with subtitles. Listen to English songs and try to understand the lyrics. All these activities can help you improve your English skills. I find that using my phone to learn English works well because I always have my phone with me. If I'm waiting for a bus or sitting in a waiting room, I can open an app and practice English for a few minutes. These small moments of practice add up over time and make a big difference. You don't need to study for hours every day. Even 10 or 15 minutes of practice can help if you do it regularly. It's completely normal to face challenges when learning a language. Many learners feel shy or nervous about making mistakes when speaking. Remember, mistakes are a normal part of learning any language. No one expects you to be perfect. The more you practice, the more confident you will become. Some people also struggle with finding time to study, but the truth is, you don't need hours every day. Even 10 to 15 minutes of practice can make a huge difference if you do it every day. Try fitting English into your routine. Listen to a podcast during your travel time, read a short article before bed, or write a quick journal entry in the morning. One common frustration is forgetting new vocabulary words. To fix this, try using new words in sentences as soon as you learn them. Flashcards and spaced repetition apps can also help reinforce vocabulary. Another great trick is to label objects in your home with their English names or describe things around you in English. The more you use a word, the more likely you are to remember it. Let me tell you a story about vocabulary learning. When I was learning English, I had trouble remembering food words, so I put small sticky notes on everything in my kitchen. My refrigerator, stove, microwave, plates, cups, and all my food items had English labels. Every time I used something in the kitchen, I saw and said the English word. After a few weeks, I knew all these words without even trying to memorize them. You can do the same with any group of words you find difficult. Most importantly, make language learning fun. If it feels like a boring chore, you're less likely to stay motivated. Find things you genuinely enjoy. Watch videos about topics you love. Play word games. Sing along to your favorite English songs. Or follow social media accounts that post in English. The more enjoyable you make the process, the more you'll want to keep going. I love watching cooking videos in English. Cooking is my hobby, so learning English through cooking videos is fun for me. I learn cooking terms, but I also learn everyday English as the chefs talk about their lives and experiences. What do you enjoy? Sports, music, fashion, travel? Find English content about your interests, and learning will feel more like fun than work. To stay motivated, set small, achievable goals. Maybe you want to learn 10 new words each week, read 1 book per month, or have a 5-minute conversation in English every day. Tracking your progress can be incredibly rewarding and will help you stay committed. I like to use a calendar for this. Every day that I practice English, I put a mark on my calendar. After a few weeks, I can look back and see all the days I practiced. It feels good to see a calendar full of marks. You can also keep a notebook where you write down what you learned each day. After a month, you can look back and see how much you've learned. These visual reminders of your progress can help you stay motivated. Creating a good learning environment is also important. Find a quiet, comfortable place where you can focus on your English practice. Make sure you have good lighting and a comfortable chair. Keep your learning materials organized and easy to find. Having a dedicated study space can help you get in the right mindset for learning. Your learning environment isn't just about physical space, though. It's also about the people around you. If possible, tell your friends and family about your goal to learn English. They can support and encourage you. Maybe they'll even practice with you. Having a support system makes learning easier and more enjoyable. Making English a part of your daily routine is key to success. Try to do something in English at the same time every day. For example, you could listen to an English podcast while eating breakfast, read an English article during your lunch break, or write in your English journal before bed. When you build English into your routine, it becomes a habit, and habits are easier to maintain than random study sessions. Think about your daily schedule. When do you have a few free minutes? Can you use that time for English practice? Maybe you can listen to English audio while cooking dinner or doing chores. Maybe you can read English news while drinking your morning coffee. Find those small pockets of time in your day and fill them with English. Remember that learning a language takes time and patience. You won't become fluent overnight. There will be days when you feel like you're making great progress and days when you feel stuck. This is normal. Language learning is not a straight line. It's more like a winding road with ups and downs. The key is to keep going, even on the difficult days. I remember times when I felt like I wasn't improving at all. I would get frustrated and want to give up. But then I would look back at where I started, and I could see how far I had come. Progress isn't always visible day to day, but over weeks and months, it becomes clear. Be patient with yourself and celebrate your small victories along the way. Learning with others can also be very helpful. If possible, find a study group or language exchange partner. Talking with others who are learning English can make the process more fun and less lonely. You can practice together, help each other with difficult concepts, and stay motivated as a group. If you can't find people to practice with in person, look for online communities. There are many websites and apps where language learners connect and practice together. You can join forums, video chat groups, or social media groups focused on English learning. These communities can provide support, advice, and conversation practice. Using English in real-life situations is one of the best ways to improve. Look for opportunities to use English outside of your study time. If you meet someone who speaks English, try to have a short conversation. If you visit a restaurant with an English menu, try to order in English. If you're watching a movie with English subtitles, try to read them and understand the dialogue. These real-world experiences will help you build confidence and practical skills. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Every language learner makes mistakes, and that's okay. Mistakes are a sign that you're trying new things and pushing yourself to improve. When you make a mistake, don't get discouraged. Learn from it and move on. The people you're talking to will usually understand what you mean, even if your grammar isn't perfect or you use the wrong word. At the end of the day, language learning is a journey. Everyone learns at their own pace, and progress takes time. Don't compare yourself to others. Focus on your own improvement, and most importantly, enjoy the process. Consistency is the key to success, and as long as you keep practicing, you will see results. Learning English opens up a whole new world of opportunities. You can make friends from different countries, enjoy books, movies, and music in their original language, and improve your career prospects. Every step you take in your language learning journey brings you closer to these opportunities. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. Millions of people around the world are learning English just like you. We're all working towards the same goal, one day at a time. Be kind to yourself, stay consistent, and trust the process. That's all for today's podcast. I hope you found this information helpful and motivating. Keep practicing your English every day, and you'll be amazed at how much you can improve. Thank you for listening. See you next time.